Good morning from Silver Creek Campground in Michigan State Forest, kind of in the heart of the mitten. I'm going to give you a campground tour today. This is Scotty Wandering. My name is Peter. And I'm going to combine this one with another campground tour down the road. Okay, at the pay station, what do we know? $20 a night. That's the important thing right there. No discounts or anything in this one because it's a state forest, not a national forest campground. Now there are an out with a loop and back along the creek, and over here 20 through 26 I believe are walk-ins, and I have not even checked those out yet. Nobody's parked here, so I assume it's empty. Let's go check them out. Now this is all first come first serve. Forgot to check the stay limit. I think it's 15. Oh, I think it's 15 days because there's actually a pay schedule saying if you were staying one day, it's $20. 2 days, $40. 3 days, $60. So I actually kind of wrote that out for you, so you didn't even have to do the math. All right, back in walk-in tent land here. 20 up here on this little ridge here, and wow, this is a big site with a big tree, and I am guessing, yep, beautiful path down to the river right there. Let's go across to 21. I am betting there is a bend in the river right here. I'm going to keep going straight through. Now that's just good campground design. It's a little tough getting down these last steps on all of these, and that water is cold. A little bit deeper in, get to 22. Step down in. So you're actually starting out a little closer to the water, and this has a good sound to it too. You actually hear the water. Looks like we have an open space for the rest of them. 23. River along that side. Yeah, we're just at a big point here. The river kind of wraps around us. 24 on the right. 25 on the left. And 26 out on the point with 2 picnic tables. And it looks like the point goes quite a bit further too, but you have river on both sides of this one. Let's go down there. And this is a lovely spot to hang out down by the river. These trees are catching the light beautifully this morning. Just starting to turn here. I'm here mid-September. Hot days, cool nights. Now this is state forest, not state park. And the way the campgrounds are laid out is very different here in Michigan between the two. And at the entrance to the walk-in section, we have ourselves a Baker pump to get your water here. And your biggest challenge here is that's the entrance to the walk-in sites, across the parking lot, and there's your nearest pit toilets. Call it a beach if you want, or a place to put in your kayaks, canoes here. There's a takeout at the other end of the campground. I assume there's got to be a put-in somewhere else upstream, because I saw quite a few people taking out by my campsite. So as we go along this road here, the sites on either side of the road, some are on the creek, the ones on the other side are not. They're up against the sand dune hill here. And like I said, this is state forest, not state park. State forests are laid out very much like a national forest campground would be. If this was a state park, I have a feeling all this would have been cleared and there would have been just open space every 30 feet to designate as a campsite, and it would be a lot more sites here and a lot more people. And they'd have trench power through the whole thing. And I only go through this once, but it's low numbers, high numbers, because it's an out and back numbering system. So over on site 1, on the wooded side, and site 19, I believe, over here, they had good water flow there. Now these are all first come first served, so you find the one you like. That's site 2. Site 3 over here. This should be site 18. This one doesn't seem to have good access. I think there's a little punch out beyond the picnic table there, but not a good waterfront one. Site 4. So before you decide you want a site, get out, walk it, see if it's really going to work for you. Site 5 here, the wood side. 17 is this little one here, a little cutout past the fire pit. I really contemplated 16 as my site. It has a little bit of a sound, but I'm happier where I wound up. 6 over here. Sun beaming through in the morning. 7 over here. Now, if you show up and there's a tag, check the tag, check the dates to see if the dates have passed. If the dates have passed, the site is available and the tag just wasn't taken down yet. But this one had really good view of the river. Just didn't have the sound I was looking for. 7 with a trail going up the hill to I'm not sure what. Site 15 over here. I can see my site straight ahead, but I'm going to go around a loop first. This one, the water access is over there. Another Baker pump for this section. And we're going to go around our loop. Site 8 over here. Bump up against the hill, pretty tight. Site 9, closest to the porta potties, or the pit toilets, I guess I should say. Another trail going up. Now, off the back of here, and coming off the other side of the loop here, is about a 2.5 mile trail that follows the river on one side, and on this side goes up the hill, follows the sand dune bluff all the way down to the next bridge, which is very close to the next campground we'll take a look at. That's the Silver Creek Pathway. And this would be parking to go either on the hike or just go fishing. Site 10 over here, just past the picnic table, is its access down to the water. Site 11. Nice, beautiful little site here. Plenty of places for tents and things to set up. Comes with a clothesline right now. I am in 12. And then there's 13. Now just past us here, I'll give a detail on that in a minute. Just past these, that's the other bridge for the loop for the Silver Creek Pathway. Parking here for either the pathway, or if you're going to go kayaking and take out here, you can leave a vehicle here, do your shuttling. And then we have site 14 across from that. And site 14 is under this apple tree here. We got apples all over down here. So this is sort of public green space with a put in and take out down here. A little bit of a struggle to get out, but I saw quite a few people doing that yesterday afternoon. All right, taking a look at site 12 here. I wound up. I was able to spend the night with the back doors wide open, so I could hear the crickets, the frogs, and the water off this back site here. This just happens to have a couple rocks in there that give it the extra sound that I was hoping for when I picked this campground as a destination. And as far as I can see over that way and beyond over that way, if you wander in the river, you won't see any of the other campers from this part of the stream. Fish in it, cool off in it, whatever you want to do, look for rocks, whatever. And the trail wanders along the other side. So, once again, this is Scotty Wandering. My name is Peter, and that's Silver Creek Campground. I will be then heading down the street at the other end of the path and show you that campground. Now, in a separate video, I toured several things yesterday, including that path, and all of that is in that separate video. All right, like I said, just down the road, Lincoln Bridge Campground. Again, another Michigan DNR State Forest Campground. And kayak put in down there, kayak canoe put in, which also is where the trail, the Silver Creek pathway is. Again, $20 a night. And like I said here, just to, you know, how I know it's a 15-day stay limit is here's your number of nights, simple math. If you stay the full 15, it's $300. Now this appears to be all walk-ins. 1 through 7, and 8 and 9 are over there. So let's go take a look. So this campground wouldn't have worked for me anyway, because I don't have a tent. I live out of my van for camping trips. Got site 1 tucked down in here. Seems fairly isolated. Now what seems to be missing is an actual fire ring. There's just a pit in the ground people have been using. Plenty of room around here for tents, many as you want. Let's see, site 2, that's the pathway to the canoe launch. So I guess this is the continuation of the path to other sites. This one at least has the pit in the ground that the other one's missing. We got another site here with a fire pit. 2 picnic tables over here. Oh, so I think I was supposed to stay on that original path. Although it's all kind of interconnected. Got a fire pit here, fire pit over there by that picnic table. But I'm not disturbing anybody this morning. Over the hill is just the roads connecting things down below. There's another fire pit here. Let's see what site number I am kind of at here. At that point I'm at 6, but there's more fire pits than there are sites. So you get to get a little creative on how you use things out here. It means our last site over here is 7. That's kind of what's off over the hill there. So this is kind of riding a ridge with these campgrounds. 2 picnic tables here. And I think part of what this campground may be intended for, let's see here, parking's over there. This will take you down to the launch. So if you were paddling along the creek for a long distance, you could come up here and stay. Now there are also off-road trails here too. So if you're wandering the trails, you can park up and walk up the hill as well. Now I did see some motorcycles leaving here this morning as I was pulling in, so they may be wandering trails and exploring as well. And they picked that campground. I'm going to walk down to the bridge to show you how you would know it's time to stop here. All right, so we're here, and there is an off-road trail or a snowmobile trail. I'm not sure which one this one is marking because this is a snowmobile thing. So there are different trails in the area. Across from here is the bridge. It is not a road bridge. This is a dead end for cars and trucks. But for smaller off-road vehicles, you can continue on. But this is the bridge you're looking for if you want to hop out and spend the night at this campground. Now there's additional parking over there, day use parking, or a place to put your ATVs or something, your vehicles to haul them in. Could park up over there as well. And this is where the Silver Creek pathway runs along this area. All right, Baker pump back at the parking lot. There's your water source. No camping in the lot. Where are those other sites? Ah, here we go. There's one of the other sites right off the parking lot. This would be 8. Ah, and 9's a little further down. Got a fire ring of rock, so again, no pit there, unless they built up around it. So these are the more secluded than the others, less likely to have someone tramping through your site. But more than enough room for what you're going to carry in. Oh yeah, there's the ring taken out for whatever reason. But tons of cleared space. I think the dual picnic table thing is they brought in some new picnic tables, they just didn't get rid of the old ones because this one looks like it definitely needed to be replaced. And they just didn't remove it when they brought in the new ones. From the shores of the Silver Creek and this wonderful big area here to take out and park your canoes and kayaks if you need to. Parking here, if this is your final destination, you're going to camp here, however you want to manage coming and going along a river. This campground can be a great place when you want to get off the water after a day of kayaking, canoeing. Also good location for the ATV trails, or whatever they're calling them in the state. Huh. Over there, there's a little spot with a rope swing over into the water. So there's probably a nice deep spot over there to play in. And this is just upstream of the bridge. So, oh, this is actually paved. So you can actually fish from here too, or walk in, however you want to do it. So fishing, canoeing, kayaking, ATV, Lincoln Bridge Campground looks like a great option for that if you're good for tenting. If you want to just pull up and set up, or have a rig that is just set up and you're ready to go, up the creek at Silver Creek Campground. That's the one for you, and then you're on the water as well. There's the trail, it goes all the way around between the two on both sides of the river. Explore that, give yourself more time than I did. I was racing the sun last night when I did that. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for coming along on these campground tours with me. I'll see you in the next one. Get on out there and enjoy the water.